And good morning, everyone. This is the first time that we're having a YouTube live, and hopefully the streaming will be good this morning. Everything looks good so far. Just waiting for people to come and chat into the chat room. We're also having a number of people that are in on Facebook Live. So hopefully we'll have two groups going at one time, and hopefully I can keep up with what every is going on. So good morning to all you people on Facebook Live. How are you? I'm coming to you this morning from Facebook Live and also on YouTube. If you'd like to join me on YouTube, hi Todd. Just go over to YouTube, type in Susan Knowles, and you will find me there. Waiting for people to come into the chat on YouTube. This is the first time having it on YouTube. So, good morning, Capital Closer. How are you? Good to see you. Hopefully you can share with everyone. And I know people are signed up, but getting the notifications is sometimes quite different. So if you could let people know on Twitter, and we'll get started here in just a second. And let's see, I can try to put out something also on Twitter. And we'll wait for to see. Capital Closer got the notification. Anybody else? I see another person in here. We can just get everybody in and we can get going. Everybody can send out notifications. Not like Periscope. I don't see people piling in as quickly as with Periscope. I'm on YouTube for those that are watching on Facebook Live. People coming in and out. Capital Closer, it just may be you and me. So, if anybody else is in the when you come in the chat, just say hi, so I know you're there, and then we can start our chat. Hopefully, everybody will make their way over here. Good morning, David. How are you? Hi, Susan. Good morning. Good morning. I'm also on YouTube. If you want to see me over there, just go to YouTube and look for Susan Knowles. Wow. Capital Closer. I know it should have a notification. I think it slowly notifies people. On a morning where there's so much breaking news. I hope people find a way. Hi, Weaponized Truth. How are you? Thank you. Thanks for sharing. If people could just share on Twitter, that would be good. How is everybody in Facebook Live as well? Hi, Monique. How are you? Monique, I'm also on YouTube. If you want to go there, you can either way. I did just share. Thank you. So yesterday when I did this, more people came rushing in, but slowly I think we're going to get more people in. And the sound should be pretty good too. There should not be an echo or anything going on. I hope it is working for you. Okay, couple more people. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, people. Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting to try to get people over from YouTube. I mean, over from Periscope to YouTube now. So good. Perfect. We'll try to keep the quality up. If we could just get people in here and get them used to coming to YouTube. Going to be difficult. Good morning. Good, good. We need your YouTube to grow. Yes. I hate Periscope. I really do. I'm starting to dislike it more and more. Not sure why, but YouTube is slow for me. Huh. Monique, you may have to just, refresh your page. Sometimes that's what happens. I don't know. And I've got it set up where I'm speaking to the Facebook people over here, and people on YouTube here. So if you're coming in, please just go ahead and invite people in that may not be used to coming here. I'll do that now. Okay, Monique, good. I hope you can get in over there. Just takes time to get people aware. Sure does. Even though I put up this big thing yesterday, I mean, I know it's going to take time and everything else. But I think, I don't know, I really like YouTube. It seems to be a bit more professional or something than Periscope is at times. And I'm also tired of being kicked off after 45 minutes on Periscope every day. So yeah, yesterday, I mean, there were a whole bunch of people in here, and I don't know why people are subscribed, why you're not getting notification. That's maybe there's a delay, and that's why, but that's a huge delay. Did anybody else get notification? There. Hi, Marsh, Susie, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you could just invite more people in here, that would be great. I'm afraid to try to invite somebody in because it slows the system down. Hi, Jerry. Jerry, I'm on YouTube live as well. If you'd like to go to YouTube, if you go over there, just look for Susan Knowles and you'll be there. If I don't type in caps, can you see the text? Yeah, I can see it much better than on Periscope. And it's not flying by at a, excessive rate so that I can't catch it. No chat. Yeah, there is chat on YouTube. People are chatting right now. So if you just go over there, you'll see the chat room. It's a live chat going on, Jerry, right now. Just got to get more people in here that realize that we're on. You don't have to use capital closer if you don't want to. Either one you want to do is fine. I can see either way. It's much easier to see. Mark Pulliam, how are you? Mark, I'm over on YouTube Live if you want to go there, or you can stay right there on Facebook Live. Either way, whatever you want to do. You have no chat on your phone. Aw. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about the phone. People, I guess, are on their laptops and stuff in there right now. Either way, though, Facebook Live works, and there's a chat, and I'll just continue to look back and forth and make people dizzy. How's that? Hi, Mike. Good to see you. Did you get a notification? Did anybody get a notification that I was on? On PC, I have YouTube. But yeah, Facebook works. Just got to get people. If you could share on Facebook Live, that would be great. And if you could share on YouTube, that would be great. Need updated to go live. Yeah, this sounds better too. Good, good. I'm glad everything is working well today. That's really good. If anybody could just go ahead and on Twitter just tell people from like Closer Nation and other people that we're here. Hi, Susan. You got to notice. Perfect. Okay. That's right. I got to March. Susie's the same as I'll never get this all right. Hi, Carol Ann. Good to see you. Carol Ann, I'm also on YouTube Live if you want to come over and join the live chat over there. If not, you can stay right there on Facebook, and that would be great. I'm going out and coming back in. Want to see if I was emailed or text. Okay, perfect. All right. So we have a very small group today, but that's okay. We'll try to get the numbers back up. I know it's going to be hard to get people to come over from Periscope, I think. Hopefully people will continue to come in. I see some people are looking at the YouTube. Yeah, either one you want to do, Carol, is fine, Carol Ann. You may want to get another device to do Periscope as well. Yeah, it's hard. It's going to be hard to look at three at one time. It would be yeah. I used to be a brunette, Mike. Yeah, hate to tell you that. Um, I'm going to start Periscope and let people know where I'm at least, and we'll see if we can get people over here as well. Because this is going to be crazy trying to do all of these. But I can do it. All right. Eventually, I do want to, if I can, get off of Periscope altogether. Okay, so I'm going on Periscope, an odd angle, but hopefully people can see. So people are. All right, good morning, Huey. If everybody, hi, Lisa, you didn't get a notification. That is just so bizarre. I guess maybe it's going to take a while to start getting notifications. I don't know. Posted a video on my channel telling you to check your account just now. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I don't have the same followers on Facebook as I have on Periscope, so I can't teach them. Yeah. Don't worry about me. You focus on YouTube. Okay. All right. So, good morning, everybody on Periscope. If you would, Periscopers, I'm trying to get people to come over to YouTube Live. That's where I would really like to start doing everything. Would be on YouTube Live rather than on Periscope. So if you could do that, that would be great, and then we could get the chat going, and we could see how many people that we can get in there. I've got Facebook Live, YouTube, and Periscope going at one time. So, hi Eric, good to see you. I'm on Eric. I'm on YouTube Live too. If you ever want to check that out, at Susan Knowles, just go to Susan Knowles on YouTube. You'll find me. It's live right now. 3 seconds ahead of Periscope. Huh. Okay. My notice just came through. Yeah, I think it's pretty. Hi, how are you? Hi, Carmen. Carmen, I'm on YouTube as well. So if you want to come over to YouTube, you can find me over there. Yeah, if you could switch over to YouTube, that would be great. I would like to start having people go to YouTube instead of Periscope if this is going to work. We have chat over there and everything too. YouTube feed is way better. Yeah. And I think too the sound quality, the everything else just seems to go pretty well. You just got notification. Can you believe that? I mean, it's 12 minutes in, for God's sakes. That's the downside. I found you on YouTube, but not able to see comment section. Oh yeah, iPhone 7. Yeah, I guess on the phones you really can't follow the chat, Monique. So that sucks. But hopefully they'll get that updated sometime soon. So let's get started now that we have a couple of people in. Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, all the cool kids are on YouTube. Excellent quality and different view. Okay, good. YouTube on chat on phones. Yeah, that's what they need. There's no chat, but they do need that on the phones. So, all right, so let's get started. There is so much going on this morning. It's just incredible. As most of you probably have heard, there was a hi, Puzzles. How are you? It's small and cell. Yeah, iPhone 6. There was a deadly blast in St. Petersburg in Russia. No, that was an April Fool's joke, Monique. I never intended to dye my hair. That was just April Fool's. I fooled a lot of people for that. I told everybody that on Facebook I was going to dye my hair black, but hi, Marie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mini America. Yeah. Oh, Eric, how are you? Good. I'm glad you got there. I'll have to remember Eric is Mini America. All these names that I can't remember. So, yeah, 10 people were killed and 50 people were injured in St. Petersburg. One of the things that they did, hi, Brian, how are you? One of the things, hi, Huey. They found one explosion went off, and I guess it was like a nail bomb, and that's what killed the people. And and they also found another explosive that had not been detonated yet, and they were able to take that one and destroy it before it hurt anyone. So thank God for that. It'll be interesting to see who did this, if ISIS did it, or whatever group. I don't know. My guess. What does everybody else think? My guess is it was ISIS, and they're not too happy with Iran and Russia right now. Thank you, Marie. What does everybody think about that? Second and possibly 3 explosive setup. Okay. Putin's town, and he was there as well. Yes, I know, Monique. Monique was just saying that Putin was there this morning in St. Petersburg as that went off. The explosions went off. there was an explosion in Missouri. I believe it was apparently this morning. I think that was a boiler, weaponized truth that blew up. Yeah, it looks like ISIS. Yeah. Hello, Amy. How are you? Yeah, ISIS is usually at the core of everything, even when we don't want to admit what's going on. It's typically we can look to see that it's ISIS. And also, just so you know, another police shooting this morning. It looks like that in Houston, right before it went on, and I don't have details. A police officer was killed in Houston. So I hopefully will have more information on that later, but right now I don't have anything on that. They found other bombs they managed to do as well as Al Jazeera is cheering the attack. Yeah, you think? Can you believe we had Al Jazeera and we were allowing them on our in America? That's just amazing, really. It's like why? I do like the fact now that we have a president who can say ISIS and understands what ISIS is and who they are. Yeah, either ISIS or a connection to Obama, or both. Yeah. Um, yeah, pretty disgusting. Definitely ISIS. Yeah, I mean it. My guess would be that it's ISIS. The one thing that I was thinking is that yeah, the one thing that I was thinking about the nail bombs. I don't remember ISIS ever using that type of explosive. Does anybody recall that? That was my one thing that I had a question about. Like, could that have been them because of the fact that it was a little bit different than typical? That doesn't mean it wasn't them, but I'm just saying it's a little bit different. Yeah, Putin. I'll tell you how Putin's going to react swiftly, and he's going to really go out there and try to get whoever is involved. Um, d- no, Al Jazeera, Al Gore sold his network to Al Jazeera. Oh, Chechen rebels like the Boston bombers. Okay, that makes sense. And Jerry was saying that Atlanta, the I-85 interstate bridge, a fire collapse. She said it looks suspect to her. They said wires around the PVC pipes caused the fire. Kind of sophisticated, don't you think, Jerry, for some, street thugs? I'll just call them that. Hi, Laura. Laura, just to let you know, we're on YouTube as well. If you want to come over there, just look for Susan Knowles on YouTube. You'll find us over there. I was about to search it, but didn't want to make it on some list. Oh. Was it only ISIS would do something like that? Yeah, I know it was an elderly tourist, but I didn't know if it was ISIS, Al Qaeda, some other group. I mean, there's so many different groups that it could have been. So hell, we were all on lists. Yeah, we are weaponized truth. If you're conservative, you're on a list. So I wouldn't. And the way it's looking. Hey, Mike, how are you? Thank you. Uh, as the way it's looking, it looks like we've all been surveilled anyway. So I wouldn't worry about the fact that you're on a list. They already know what you're talking about, what you have talked about, and who you've talked to. So don't worry about it. Just keep a president in who is somebody like Donald Trump or Donald Trump for the next 8 years that gets it and understands it. Okay, James, I won't block Mike. So we'll have to see, what they come out with. I know that Russia is not going to be fearful of saying who it was and calling it who it is, calling them out. Okay, so Jerry's saying that the nails and the bombs, she thinks she read that it was in the ISIS playbook of rules to use bombs with shrapnel to impact more in explosives. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. Jamie, we're on YouTube Live if you'd rather be there. If not, you can stay right where you are. You can just look for Susan Knowles under YouTube. And anybody who's on Periscope, if you want to come to YouTube Live, just come on over to YouTube and look for Susan Knowles. We have a chat going in there. So anybody and everybody is invited to come on over, just subscribe, and hopefully next time you'll get notice. Some people got notices, some people didn't. Oh, you tapped your screen for hearts. Oh my God. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow that out. That's funny, Huey. You made me laugh. I know we had Robert in here the other day, and he was trying to do something that had hearts, so that it, oh God, great! I'm glad that you came on over. Yeah, if you will, just subscribe, invite people in. Everybody, welcome to Facebook Live. I like it better than Periscope. I really do. It seems to flow better. You can see things better. So far, so good. Hopefully, I won't get kicked out at the 45-minute mark like I do on Periscope. So that would be great. Yeah, thanks for coming in. We were just talking about what's been happening in the news. Oh, I love the hearts. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Live chat, but not so fast, right? Right? Sound is fantastic. Good. No interruptions, of course. I take the membership for this site. It's $5. PayPal me. Sound is good. Wonderful. Doesn't cut in and out. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people lately on Periscope were complaining that they were getting kicked out a lot. So, that's not good. If you're just going in and out all the time, that's not, nobody likes that either. So, yeah, Lisa, I found out what the problem was and what was making it echo. So I fixed that problem last night. So thankfully, I figured it out. Uh, it's not easy to do when you're not a tech expert. You just have to go hit and miss until you finally get it. And that's what I did. Watched a lot of videos on how to do it and just played around with it for a while. So, but I'm glad everybody came in. Also, I want to talk a little bit about, I don't know if anybody saw Lee Stranahan yesterday and his article and video that came out on Michael Flynn. Did everybody see that? That was a pretty important video and article he did yesterday in regards to Michael Flynn. If you haven't seen it, you may want to go to his website later on and take a look at it. I was trying to think about exactly why the Obama administration would want to go after Michael Flynn. Did he, Jerry, you saw it good. I think something here we're missing. You watched the scope last night. Okay. So the Obama administration, in my opinion, likes to, fat fingers, capital closer, likes to look and see where a weakness is. And they like to target that person and go after them when they find a weakness. And I think that's what they've done and are, continuing to do with Michael Flynn, because we all know that the Clintons went over to Russia. At least Bill did. Bill was paid to speak. I guess that's all he did, but he was at least paid to speak over there, and and he was, other people have gone over to Russia, and it was for the Obama administration. It was no big deal, but all of a sudden we have Michael Flynn, and now it's a big deal. I don't know if you recall this, but before Michael Flynn retired, and I believe it was 2014, he had some pretty bad things to say about the Obama administration. And one of the things that he was saying was that, Obama really didn't address ISIS. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Sherry, we're also on YouTube. If you want to go to YouTube and just look for Susan Knowles, there is a live chat going on there as well, or you can stay right there on Facebook. Um, so basically, when Flynn felt that that Obama wasn't doing everything that he could with ISIS, that he wasn't, when he was going into Syria, that he was not doing what he said that he was going to do in Syria, that he went in there, he kind of dropped the ball, if you will, didn't go forward, didn't destroy ISIS, didn't do anything like that, but just kind of sat around. And Flynn said, and also, Obama had a hard time acknowledging ISIS, right? We were always on ISIL and, oh, well, just give them jobs and they'll be fine. They'll be happy. They won't bother us, that type of thing. So he was very much critical of Obama and how Obama handled Syria. And he felt that when Obama didn't move fast enough and didn't go in and do what he said he was going to do, that allowed for other extremist groups to come in and sort of take over. And if in Lee's article, Lee Stranahan, he mentioned the fact that we were arming the rebels in Syria. I think you remember that, and you know that that's what we were doing. Well, Lee pointed out that when we were arming these people in Syria, these rebels, they were continuing to kill Christians. And yet we weren't told about that. Yeah, and Flynn, Jerry was saying Flynn has peanuts of money, but as compared to what the Clintons got. And that's true. Although he did get a lot of money, it was nothing compared to what the Clintons got. Yeah, and he did want to go in. Obama did want to go in and remove Assad. That was what he wanted to do, and then kind of drop the ball once we went in there. Jim, I'm also on YouTube live. If you want to go to YouTube, there's a chat going on over there. Just look for Susan Knowles, and you'll find me. Yeah, it's on the populist.us. That's where Lee's article and video would be if you want to see it. So I think, all Christians right now in the United States, as we, okay, Mike, take care. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the hair compliment. Thank you. Um, so what's up? We're at Blue Monkey Spectrum. We're talking about what's going on in the news. Um, so I think that, like I was saying, I think all Christians should be incensed by the fact that there was killing of Christians that we weren't told about. And as you recall, also another thing is that when Obama brought in people from Syria, he didn't bring in Christians. He basically just brought in everybody else, right? So we left the Christians over there to be killed, and they're still being killed. And now we find out from Lee's report that not only were they being killed, but the rebels that we were arming were the ones that were helping to kill them. So I think this is outrageous. And for me, this is another reason I believe that we're so focused. And when I say we're focused on it, when the left wants us to focus so much on Flynn, it's because they don't want you to find out all the other information. And again, I also think that Obama has a way of getting back at people that, quote unquote, betray him, criticize him, that type of thing. And I think that's what he's doing. I think he's going after. I think he's going after Flynn because he feels that he's an easy target. He also wants to discredit Flynn quickly, because if you discredit Flynn quickly and this information comes out, continues to come out, like what Lee is claiming, that the Christians were killed by the people we were arming, then the Obama administration can always say, oh, well, you know what? He's saying that. Flynn's saying that. That's not really true. He's a liar. Look at him. Everybody knows he's a liar. He didn't tell he didn't tell Vice President Pence everything. He lied to him. He was over there talking to Russia. What do we know that he was doing? He's just a liar. Now he's no longer the head of the NSA because he's such a liar. You see, the point I'm making is, I think this is what the left always does to distract us from the truth. If they're talking so much about one person, yeah, Flynn, I think, does have a lot of dirt. Somebody was saying that Flynn has a lot of dirt. A dictator does that, yes. Squelch any criticism and fact and revelations, yes. Yeah, that's what happens. And I think that. And I think that's what's happening right now. And I believe that's why we're seeing the left go after Flynn so much. And we're going to continue to see that. We're going to take people out one by one, exactly what they want to do. And it's interesting that right now that Jared Kushner is over in Iraq, I believe, made a surprise visit. I thought the timing was it was a little unusual for him to be leaving when all of this is going on. And I thought he was going to be talking to the House Intelligence Committee. So so that was a little, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing over there exactly. Maybe he had to go now. But I thought the timing was a little unusual. Not anything wrong with it, just a little unusual. And speaking about Flynn, you still see some more stuff in the news about him, failing to disclose the payments that he got from Russia, and this is why you can't just look at the news on Kushner. Susan, well, my thoughts on Kushner, I think, are he seems to be a person who is very knowledgeable, seems to know what he's doing, and 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 that he's somebody that can be trusted so far. I haven't seen anything that says to me that you can't trust him. I like the fact. Um, I like the fact that he is not afraid to speak up and that he was going to go to the intelligence committee. Hey, Carmen, glad you made it. Glad you made it. Good. Hi, Laura. Good, good, good. Glad you made it in. Um, and I just saw a breaking news that the Democrats look like they have enough votes to force the nuclear option for Gorsuch. So the Democrats are going to continue to be little children. So you know what? I don't care if he gets in by the nuclear option or any other option. All I want is for him to get in, and that's it. It doesn't matter to me. Payments Hillary and Bill got from Morocco or from Saudi Arabia. No, but yeah, we really do. Again, we've got to stop this where we're just not. We're going to have hands off on the Clintons. We've got to go after these people. We should have gone after them from the very beginning. Thanks, Luna. We really do have to go after them because this is what we always do. The Republicans um, always allow for everything else to just pass us by. We're like, okay, we're just going to move on. We're not going to bother about that. We're just going to go and we're just going to move on. We can't move on because they don't move on. And we don't seem to learn that that we can't just keep doing this over and over, just like them sitting on the floor. Yeah. And a Capitol Closer said, Flynn went against Obama, so the retaliation by Obama on Flynn is awful. And that's what it is. It's retaliation. That's what it is. Hey, Laura. Oh, good to see you. Okay, Laura, you made it over. Perfect, perfect. Anybody that's on Periscope, if you want to join us on YouTube, just go to YouTube Live. We're at YouTube and just look for Susan Knowles. You'll see us there on YouTube, kind of moving over there. All right. And hope they go. Monique is saying she hopes they go nuclear for Gorsuch. It's time they start using their backbones and power versus letting the Dems walk all over it. Absolutely. The Dems would not be afraid to use the nuclear option. Yeah, I think that the Democrats are. I mean, they're always trying to get everything that they can on the Republicans. Hi, Jennifer. What do you expect? The leader of the FBI lied under oath, so of course he went straight to the president with the information. Yeah. Yeah, Jennifer. I mean, and hi, Helen. How are you? We're also on YouTube. If you want to go to YouTube, just look for Susan Knowles, and we're live and having a chat over there as well. Um, yeah, the thing of it is, you can't trust the FBI. You can't trust the CIA. I mean, we've been told over and over that the FBI lies to get things that they want, and so yeah. I mean, if I were Nunez, if he, now they're trying to say, well, maybe he didn't follow the rules of the ethics. We're going to find out if he violated some ethical, uh, rule to get him on the fact that he went over to the White House. When he went over to the White House to meet the source, had he not gone to the White House, then they would have accused him of, oh, you're meeting somebody in a clandestine place. You're doing that because you didn't want us to know. You're making stuff up. At least, or they'll say you didn't have the security provisions there, and everybody got classified information, or whatever the case may be, and they would get him for that. It's a no-win situation with Nunez, and he knew that. Don't forget, yeah, please like my live video. Please subscribe. Tell others about it as well. Yeah, so there's no win. it's not a win-win situation. And you've got people like Adam Schiff, who's in there doing the dirty work now for Obama. He's just picking up and carrying the water for the Democrats as they expect him to do. And that's exactly what you're seeing. And that's why Schiff is coming out against Nunes. That's why there's such a big deal over everything. I mean, this is so typical. So typical. And again, I know I keep bringing this up, but I want to hear somebody talking about Dennis Montgomery. Why are we not talking about Dennis Montgomery? Why have we heard nothing about someone, a whistleblower, who claims that he has 600 million, that's not a small amount, 600 million pages of documentation, classified information, 47 hard drives that basically say, the FBI, the CIA were surveilling all of us, including Donald Trump during the campaign, and people like Justice Roberts, who, as we all remember, was a swing vote for Obamacare. What did they? We said that all along. What did they have on Justice Roberts? Why did he feel that he had to vote the way that he did? Now, that could all be supposition. I don't know. But it sure was strange to see him do that. Sure was strange to see a conservative that we thought was conservative anyway, that voted the way that he did. So it's kind of crazy. So you can make your own suppositions, whatever you want out of that. But something persuaded him. I don't know, maybe his own self, but whatever. Ask Anthony, Justice Anthony, or Scalia. Are you talking, Anthony? I don't know which one you're talking about. Yeah, please subscribe here, please, and please retweet this afterwards and let everybody know this is on Facebook. YouTube, so that we can start doing these. Yeah, and I'm going to be on every day this week except Thursday, and I might even come on Thursday, but I'll be on at the same time. So at 11 o'clock, it's going to be pretty consistent, Eastern Standard Time. So if you could tell everybody, that would be great. But is also what I was saying about Flynn. They're trying to make this big deal, like, oh, he didn't disclose payments that he made to Russia, and that's not exactly true. He filed 2 financial disclosure forms. One he filed on February 1st, which was before he resigned, and he put, I think there were some speeches that he put on there that he made, but some that he omitted, and he filed another one on Friday. And his attorney said that the first filing included his speaking fees in bulk. So he kind of like lumped it all together. And they're saying, just thanks, James. He just kind of lumped everything together. And so that's why it wasn't like that. So that was the initial filing. And it was also just a draft. And now they're basically correcting it. But, this is so weird. Something else, thank you, Sherry. Something else just came out, too, that I saw, that he also earned $1.3 million for work with tech groups and government contractors and lobbyists for a Turkish businessman. Now, I don't know if all of that was made in Turkey or somewhere else, but I think that's a lot of money. This was all in the movie Snowden. Also, Snowden's former boss still working in the CIA, even after what Snowden did. Wonder why, yeah. Again, what we should have done in the very beginning is that we should have gotten Comey out. That should have been day one. Bye-bye, Comey. We should have gotten him out. And, I don't know. You hate to judge people, but there's something about him that that doesn't sit well with me. And I know, he's with the FBI. He can't have everything right there for you to see and give things away, whatever he's thinking. There's something shifty about him. And I don't know what it is, but I in the back of my mind, I also remember the book that my guest Jerome Corsi wrote in regard to the Clinton Foundation and Comey's possible connection to that. So that disturbs me. Susan, who are you talking about? McCabe. What are you talking about that? It was a catch-22. Yeah, it was a catch. Comey should be gone. Gives me the creeps. Yeah, there's something That's good for him at the time. He does. He should have moved out immediately without question. Do you think they kept him just to get more info? You know, I don't know. Some people say that they think they kept him because he knows a lot about the Clintons, and um, it would have been great to have him with all of that information. But if we're not going to go after the Clintons, why do we need him? And if we're not going to go after Obama, why do we need him to talk about uh, Attorney General Lynch? You know what I'm saying? So none of that really makes too much sense to me. I'm not sure what to think about it. Great, Huey. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm so glad. I mean, this is so much better than Periscope, really, because you guys are getting this information and having to go in and out and stuff like that. Why not just come out with everything from the beginning? I didn't. Comey helped with the election. Don't forget that. Well, yeah. Did and I guess James too. James is saying, Comey helped with the election, so don't forget that. Did he help with the election, or did he just tell the truth? Was he just telling the truth and getting it out there so that he wouldn't be in trouble? He said, "Very big believer in the Constitution." Yeah, they don't want Gorsuch, Jennifer. They obviously don't. He's a conservative, and would be very bad for the Democrats. So, Crystal, I'm glad that you found us too, and that you can follow over on YouTube. Everybody, just today, sometime go to YouTube, subscribe under Susan Knowles. You'll see my picture. You'll know it's me, although my hair's not curled. Uh, for you who keep telling me about my hair. But you'll know it's me. So anyway, that's why let's see. Comey is protecting Lynch, Mills, Rice, Clinton's, and about. You got to think that these people are all in it together, whatever that in it is, and nothing's been proven, so we don't know. He's so paid for by Dems. Yeah. I mean, I guess what I tell people is that we can't sit here and believe what our government is telling us. If you still believe that what your government is telling you is true, then you got your head in the sand. You really do. Hi, Karen. Karen, just so you know, we're on YouTube. If you want to come over to YouTube, but we're live on YouTube, just look for Susan Knowles. Type that in, and you'll join our chat over there, or you can just stay right where you are. Periscope does stink, Laura. It really does. I mean, I complained like a whole week saying, you're not allowing me to stay on more than 45 minutes. Yeah. You've been called out, Mike. That's because Mike doesn't have hair to curl. Who will protect Clinton now? Clinton's going to have a lot of protection, I think. I think Valerie Jarrett and people like that who are Obama supporters will be supporting Clinton because, again, they all know so much about each other that they have to kind of protect each other. Anybody that's on Periscope, just to let you know, I'm on YouTube and doing a YouTube live right now, trying to get people on Periscope to come to YouTube. Just look for Susan Knowles, type Susan Knowles in, and you'll see me. Yeah, there's always going to be people who support Clinton because, I mean, look at how many people, especially women voters, loved her. And they believe that she was great. And so there's no reason to feel that those people have gone away. They haven't. They didn't believe anything that they were seeing then. They're still not going to believe anything that they're seeing now. Although she's kind of been out of the loop and really not doing anything. So we'll have to see where people. This app is so much better for streaming. It is, James. I really love this. So if you could get people on, tell people about it on Twitter. Tell them that we're here. Tell people about it on Periscope every time you see them. Send them over this way because it took a lot of work for me to get this going. I'll tell you that. And I really would like to use it. But I guess one of the things that I wanted to say, and we've always said this before, you have to be careful about the distractions. And you know that as well as I do. Yeah. Thank you, James. I am more relaxed. I can actually see everything, and I don't have to like watch this little tiny stuff going by all the time and not even knowing who was saying it and trying to see the pictures. It was ridiculous. Obama's organizing for action is monstrous and scary. It is, Monique. The that organization is huge. It thank you, LA Child. It's gotten something like 32,000 people that are already have already been trained, and they're training like 25,000 more. Those people are agitators. Those are the people that that you see with the little black bandanas around their faces because they're afraid of showing themselves. And I say afraid because that's what they are. Uh, those are the people that are going to continue to wreak havoc. And we've got to continue to arrest these people. We can't we can't stop doing that. I know in the very beginning we saw a lot of arrests. We need to keep that up. If you're breaking the law, you need to be arrested. Just talk and let the people comment away. Yeah, yeah, James. I like to. If you're going to have a Periscope or you're going to have a chat, you really should be talking to people and chatting to them. So I've seen his periscopes. He does just talk, and that's fine if you're doing a show and you don't want to be interrupted. But if you're having a chat, why not make use of it and actually talk to people? So, um, but again, what I was going to say is, whenever there's something this big going on, whenever we have all of this discussion on Flynn, wherever we have Adam Schiff who's coming out and saying all these horrible things about Nunez, and it's all coming down at one time. Look for what's behind it. Look for what it's they're not saying. Susan, having Periscope following is going to be a useful asset for you. Censor workaround. Yeah, I mean, Blue Monkey, if you can bring people over here, please do and subscribe and get people to come over. And again, I'm going to be on typically about 11 o'clock every day. Um, yeah, they're also paid for by George Soros. George Soros, he's got his fingers in a lot of pies. Black Lives Matter, and he also is with this organization. Anything that has to do with Obama. I mean, George Soros has so many organizations that he works with that it's incredible. You can't keep up with them. You have to have a map in order to keep up with how many groups that he's giving money to. Yeah, project 25,000 to 30 trained each month in that OFA. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And you got people who are going to want to join that because they love Obama. They wish he were still president. So they've never forgotten that. Yeah, Jennifer, I don't know yet who the unmasker is. I know that's what Mike Cernovich is reporting, and everybody's picking up on Mike Cernovich's story and reporting the same thing. Um, I'm not ready yet to say that's who it is because I don't like to just come out and say and do what everybody else is doing. I'd like to do investigation. I know that people want it'd be easy to pin it on her because she came out before and lied about the video. Blue Monkey, thanks for coming in. Have a great day working. Please come back, okay, and bring people with you. Um, on my treadmill. Monique is on her treadmill. So we don't know yet if it is Susan Rice. It could very well be her. It wouldn't surprise me, but I would like to see a little bit more confirmation of that. I would like to also see, which we're not going to see, mainstream media who says, this is important. We need to find out who it is. Mainstream media, of course, doesn't want to know who it is. Going to 3 organizations to fight Trump. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Jerry. So we have to. I think we have to just wait. I don't want to jump on news that somebody else is saying that hasn't been verified. That there aren't sources. I think that you run the risk of getting into fake news, and I don't want to do that. It's great if he is correct about that. That's wonderful. That if he got the news before everybody else did, that's wonderful. And if he didn't, we'll probably never hear that he didn't get it correct. So, but I think there's so many people that could have done the unmasking, and they do say, other reports say that it is somebody higher up in the Obama administration. So, I mean, none of this none of this is surprising to the people on the right. None of it. People would just understand who owns them. Yeah. Yeah, everybody. Well, and what is it? I guess that Susan Rice is married to somebody with ABC. So there you go. They're all in bed together. I mean, they really are. It's just everybody who's in politics seems to have somebody that they're with in mainstream media. I don't know if that's a requirement or whatever. And in mainstream media, I mean, I think all of you probably have noticed this. Again, I think I talked about this last week. Those press conferences, man, they're getting nasty, and I'm talking rude. They don't seem to. They don't care. Uh, Bill, you're using your in your car, not your band. They don't care that they are insultive. That how they don't care how they talk to him doesn't bother them at all. And they're talking to him like they would never have talked to any former press secretary ever, ever. I've never seen a press secretary talk to so rudely. And I think that the White House press corps is awful. Yeah, Capitol closers, they are. They need to really take those people and say enough is enough. You know, these are the rules. They are super disrespectful, Carmen. They should say these are the rules, and that if you don't follow the rules, you're going to be asked to leave. Yes, Spicer needs to be more stern. I think in the beginning, Spicer was stern, was a little bit more stern, and then everybody started talking about it in social media and mainstream media. Oh, why is he being so mean to the press? And so that kind of got all that started. And so that's why we now have the press who's turned on him because everybody started to take up, for the press. And even the people I've noticed that even lately, even the people uh, on the Skype, they're starting not to be as nice either. And it's like, okay, perhaps we could do something different. The younger generation and millennials are being brainwashed by the MSM and teachers who use fear tactics to hate Trump. Yes, that's what Monique was saying, and it is true. Uh, it would be nice if parents stepped up and taught their children more of what they should teach them. Um, but I think that it's a real balance that you have to walk. If you shut down mainstream media, then there's going to be so much talk about you're violating our First Amendment rights, you're hiding things from the public, and so they know that. We would know more. Yeah, investigative journalists would do more. Yeah, if they would do their job. Rants is not good for the Trump administration. Rants. I don't understand why Spicer keeps rewarding them by calling on the same ways. You know, Lisa, that's the thing. Don't I say don't call about on the same people either. Uh, he did invite the Muslim Brotherhood into the White House, a terrorist organization. Obama called Christians the real terrorists. Sad how fast we forget. Yeah, Jennifer, he did, and I think most of us on the right we don't forget that. But I think there are a lot of people in the general public who don't even know that. Spicer appears to be biased, just whom he's calling a. I don't think it's a bias on Spicer. I think that these are people that are in their organizations. They're well known around Washington. They're respected for who they are, and they're the kind of the chiefs, if you will, of their organizations. And I think he's calling on those people because that's what they represent. Yeah, John, that the lady next to him gets questions every time. Yeah, but I mean, it is the same people, and if you've noticed, most of them are the experienced reporters and the investigative journalists. I mean, the guy I don't can't remember the guy from Fox, who was a jerk to Spicer, and then turns around and does a report for Fox, like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" It's just like a complete night and day with this guy. It's nice to kind of see the press briefings and see what really goes on before they get in front of the camera when they think that nobody's watching. Makes it a little bit different. Yeah, it looks biased, but the other people, if you notice some of the other people that are sitting there, a lot of them are just sitting there taking up seats. They're not really raising their hands. There are, a few that are raising their hands each time. But there are some, and I watch them. They're just sitting there. They're just. I don't know if their bosses said go fill up a seat, so people can't sit down. I have no idea. But a lot of them don't move. They just kind of sit there and don't move. So Quit taking up space. Give out numbered tickets. Yeah. Pick by random. I think it's a good idea. But again, you're going to have all the big networks. If you do that, the moment you do that, you're going to have Fox and other people who think they're the big networks jumping in and saying, "Oh, you're trying to exclude us. You know we're the best, and so you're excluding us by making us do this demeaning thing of picking tickets." Now, they didn't seem to mind during the campaign that Hillary Clinton roped them off. That was okay. You remember that when she put everybody, all the reporters she roped them, literally roped them off and wouldn't let them move from that area. So, love Spicer, genuine, diplomatic, loyal, not afraid of calling them out. Yeah, he just needs to be, he needs to be more forceful. He needs to enforce the rules. There we go. He needs to enforce the rules. And he needs to tell people, I'm not going to be putting up with your rudeness. That's all. And again, remember with Russia, somebody saying Russia, Russia, Russia. Remember with Russia, we've found no connections. Zero. And even Mark Cuban, what is he's coming out and saying, well, Trump, that he's not smart enough for there to have been any collusion. Pot calling, hello, pot, where's the kettle? Mark Cuban is not, he may be rich, but he's not the smartest guy in the pack. And then he's, calling somebody else out. It's like, come on, Mark. But if he's not smart enough, then there's no collusion. Then why are we continuing to hammer this? We're continuing to hammer Russia because it's a distraction, and that's it. And also with Nunez, there are two watchdog groups. Of course, they're left leaning. They're the ones that are calling for the house ethics to rule whether or not Nunez violated anything. Yeah, Mark Cuban he showed his colors when he was for Hillary. That's all I needed to know. Okay, I like him on Shark Tank because he's got money and he can help people. Other than that, I never watch or participate in anything that Mark Cuban is involved in. He's not all that bright, but I'm sure that he and many would disagree. But that's just my opinion. Uh, I don't know if you heard about. There's a federal judge, and I think it's in Kentucky, and the judge this kind of got me. I mean, I used to be a practicing attorney, and so to hear this coming from a judge, it kind of I'm like, really. Judge is saying that Trump may have incited violence during the campaign when he yelled out to the crowd, "Get them out." So, Amy, they may be voting on Gorsuch today. Just depends on kind of what happens. It looks like the Democrats right now have enough votes to make that nuclear option happen. Anybody that's on Periscope, we are on YouTube Live. Please go over to YouTube and look up Susan Knowles. Type in Susan Knowles and just subscribe when you're there. And anybody who's in here, if you haven't already done it, please subscribe so that you can keep coming back and urge other people to come here. So anyway, so what he's saying, what the judge is saying, he's not making a expected on Thursday. Okay. The judge is saying that he's going to allow it to go forward. And so there's enough evidence to allow it to go forward that he may have incited violence. Oh, good. Thanks, Monique. I don't know how he's going to win on that. The judge, meaning, or a jury is going to assess that. But, if you're yelling out to a crowd, get them out, to me, that's not saying hurt them, shoot them, or anything else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bill, just look for my face. I mean, you can't miss it, right? It's me. Look for the one with the glasses, all right? And so it's going to go forward, and this is, I just want you to know that this is all typical, because when you have a lawsuit, it's up to the attorneys to always try to dismiss that lawsuit, and that's what they tried to do. And so as they tried to do that, the judge is saying, no, we have enough evidence that he could possibly, hi Robin, that he could possibly have incited violence. Good. We watch on your laptop and see type text instead of the one finger. Yes, Bill, you are here. So, anyway, I just want you to know that standard. I think the press will try to make it look like the judge convicted him of inciting violence, and that's not what happened. Chat is blocked on Periscope. I can't get into chat on Facebook. That's weird, Robin. I don't understand that. Although who knows what's going on in Periscope? That's one of the reasons I'm over here on YouTube. Periscope is flaky. I'm sorry, and people are on Facebook and chatting, so I have no idea why you're having that difficulty. But exactly, James, that you haven't had to go out one time and come back in. You can stay here the whole time and watch the whole thing. So yes, did your horse give? That wasn't my horse, Bill. I don't know whose horse. That was a horse named Dreamer. Periscope chat is limited by broadcaster. I didn't do it, Robin. I didn't limit anybody. So I don't know who did that. That's crazy. So are you saying that my chat is over there in Periscope is limited? That is bizarre. Wow. I got to go check that out and find out why people can't comment over there. I didn't touch a thing. They're supposedly working on it for me. So obviously they're not only working on it, but they've screwed it up. So unbelievable. Limited by broadcaster. That is bizarre. I wouldn't even know where to go and find that button, to tell you the truth. Only people they are following. That is bizarre. Yeah. Yeah, so I think from now on we'll be doing this. Well, I have to run now because I have another show to do. And thank you guys for coming in to YouTube. We'll be back here on YouTube again tomorrow. Please invite everybody. Excellent connection on Facebook as well. Absolutely. Anybody that, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and invite people over to subscribe on YouTube. Uh, and I, it's so bizarre that that's limited on there. But anyway, I'm glad that you were here. Thank you, Jerry. Glad everybody came to. Thank you, Amy. Hope you guys will come back again tomorrow. And until then, please check out my show tonight. I have Jake McCandless on, who is going to be, he's written a new book called Spiritual Prepper, and he's going to be talking about how we need to prep for what's happening in our world today in a spiritual way. So anyway, thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody. And thank you, Luna. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.